The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
2nd and 1. They'll roll him out right. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. They go play action here on 1st down. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Just 1 catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the 1st. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That'll be caught by Cotton. And they'll get this down to the 10. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a 1st down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 12. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
Hey, we can push ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Now 2nd and 9. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, That's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. We're scoreless after one. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Hands it off out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. It's caught. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it is caught. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Flush to his right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Gun now on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. A first down carry for Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure coming, and they got him once again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
One more time.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here we go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And you wonder if they'll just take this 3-0 lead to the locker room. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They're going to look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Up the middle with Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Allen is good. And he will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Well, he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the point?
And now look at this. Big gain by Fumble. This will fortunately wind up in bounds. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. With a quick throw, complete. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Now he'll escape to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Hurts.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back. I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
2nd and 6. Got a man. It's Higbee complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he stopped immediately there. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
2nd down and 6 now. From the gun, it's Hurts. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Tackle there by Lewis Seen.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they're through it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Breaks through the contact. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own and 17. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We got two. Right here, three. Remember, if it's two in a row, we'll be hit three in a row. Because these offenses, they've got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And room there to work it inside the 25. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. The tight end in motion right. From the gun, they'll try to run it. They'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 30 yards.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, 4th quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Goes right back to Smith again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. The center receiver in motion to the right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. He'll get it inside the 20. And just shutting him off there. And Denny getting mowed down at the 1-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, I think we both got to thinking the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game, and here we go. Our first touchdown, and it comes in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and it's a testament to both of these defensive this long. Now, some of the they've got to be thinking if they got it done, we should be able to punch one in ourselves.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this is a unit that needs to get in gear if they want to play for a conference championship next weekend. Down 7 here in the 4th, and a very critical drive upcoming. He's got Higbee complete right side. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. So tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 4. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Playoff lives at stake. Well, this is a big one. 3rd down.
To throw. And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. And Eagles have just about sewn up this football game.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Hurts completing this one quickly. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Looking man, that's complete. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. To the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Offense is moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're on a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired. He still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on his career, but still some positive